Gemini 3 just replaced web designers. Here's how. Gemini 3 is building entire SaaS dashboards in 60 seconds. I'm going to show you 3 live builds right now: a marketing site, a CRM dashboard, and an admin panel. By the end, you'll know exactly which parts of your job just disappeared and how to use this thing like a weapon. Let's go. Today, we're testing something wild. Gemini 3, Google just dropped their newest AI model, and people are saying it can replace web designers. So I'm going to build 3 real projects on screen right now. We're talking a full SaaS landing page, a working CRM dashboard, and an internal admin panel, all built by AI. No templates, no copying code from GitHub, just prompts. And I'm going to show you exactly what it replaced and what it can't touch. Because here's the thing, if you're a web designer or a developer, you need to see this because the boring stuff is gone. The repetitive layout work, the boilerplate code, the dashboard scaffolding, all of that just got automated. But the strategic stuff, that's where you win. So let me show you what I mean. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of SEO agency Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. Julian Goldie reads every comment, so make sure you comment below. First, let me explain what Gemini 3 actually is. It's Google's newest multimodal AI model. That means it can understand text, images, code, and context all at once. But here's what makes it different. It's built for something called agentic coding. That means it doesn't just write one file. It can plan an entire project, structure it, build multiple components, and make them work together. People are calling it vibe coding. You give it a creative brief and a tech spec, and it spits out a full runnable web project, not just a snippet, a whole scaffold. And you can access it through the Gemini app, AI Studio, Vertex AI Code Assist, or even the command line. So whether you're a designer, a dev, or a no-code builder, you can use it. Now let me show you what it can actually do. Before we build anything, let's talk about the big question. Can AI replace web designers? Because agencies, freelancers, and clients are all asking this right now. And the answer is kind of. Here's the deal. AI is already really good at certain things: layouts, color palettes, content suggestions, accessibility hints, auto-responsive behavior, rapid prototyping, all of that, AI crushes it. But there's stuff it still can't do. Deep brand strategy, complex UX flows, understanding messy client politics, long-term product vision, knowing when to say no to a client's bad idea. AI doesn't get that. So here's my thesis. Gemini 3 replaces repetitive production work. It doesn't replace designers who think like product strategists. If you're just moving pixels around, yeah, you're in trouble. But if you're thinking about the business, the user, and the brand, you just got way more powerful. Now let me prove it. Quick pause. If you're watching this and thinking, how do I actually use AI to save time in my business? You need to check out AI Profit Boardroom. It's where Julian and the team show you how to automate your workflows with tools like Gemini 3. Whether you're building dashboards, creating content, or automating repetitive tasks, AI Profit Boardroom gives you the exact playbooks to make it happen. No fluff, just real systems that save you hours every week. Links in the description. All right, back to the builds. All right, first test, I'm going to build a full SaaS landing page from scratch. Using Gemini 3, here's the setup. I'm building a fake SaaS called CodeBidle. It's an AI-powered code review tool for small teams. I'm going to use Next.js and Tailwind, but you could do plain HTML and CSS too. Now, here's the prompt I'm using. I'm telling Gemini 3, you are a senior product designer and full stack developer. Then I'm giving it the brand tone, the target audience, and the main call to action. I'm asking for sections like hero, features, social proof, pricing, and FAQ. And I'm telling it to make it responsive, mobile first, with basic animations and accessible color contrast. Let me paste this into Gemini 3 and see what it gives me. Okay, it just generated the entire page. And look at that. It built a full hero section with a gradient background and a call to action button. The features section has icons and descriptions. There's a pricing table with 3 tiers and an FAQ accordion at the bottom. Everything is responsive. I can resize the browser and it adapts perfectly. The spacing is clean. The typography is consistent. The colors have good contrast. This would have taken me at least 2 hours to build manually. Gemini 3 did it in 60 seconds. Now, is it perfect? No, the copy is generic, the visuals are placeholder, and the brand personality is bland. But that's the point. It nailed the structure, it nailed the layout, it nailed the technical execution. You just need to add the strategy and the soul. That's where the human comes in. Julian Goldie reads every comment, so make sure you comment below. All right, Test 2. Now I'm going to build a real web app, not just a marketing page, a CRM dashboard. Here's the setup. I want a simple CRM that tracks contacts, deals, and pipeline stages. I'm using React. I want a sidebar, a top nav, a table view, and a detailed drawer. Here's the prompt. I'm describing the data model. Contacts have a name, email, company, and status. Deals have a stage, amount, and owner. I'm asking Gemini 3 to build the component structure, sidebar, header, deals table, and deal detail. I'm also asking for fake sample data and basic state management. Let me paste this in, okay? Here's the app. You've got a sidebar with navigation links, a top bar with search and user profile, a table showing all the deals. And when I click a row, a detail panel slides in from the right. This is exactly what I asked for. And look at this. It understands information architecture. It knows how to structure a CRUD style UI. It separated the components properly. This is the kind of thing that would take a junior dev hours to scaffold. Gemini 3 did it in seconds. Now, where does the human still matter? User research, business rules, error states, empty states, data, visualization choices, all of that still needs a human brain, but the boring scaffolding work gone. Last test, this one's going to show you where Gemini 3 really shines. Internal tools, I'm building an admin panel to manage SaaS subscriptions, feature flags, and support tickets. Here's the prompt. I'm giving it a short product spec. There are 2 roles, admin and support. The main screens are user list, subscription view, flags panel, and ticket inbox. I'm asking Gemini 3 to plan the screens and flows step by step, then generate code for at least one full flow. Let's say updating a user's plan and toggling a feature flag. Let me run this, okay? It just gave me a full breakdown of the screens. It planned the navigation structure. It even suggested how to handle permissions for admin versus support roles. And then it generated the code for the subscription view. I've got a form to change the user's plan. I've got a toggle switch for feature flags, and I've got a button to save changes. This is exactly the kind of boring internal tool that nobody wants to build. But every SaaS needs it, and Gemini 3 just did it in minutes. No pixel pushing, no endless CSS tweaks, just a functional UI that works. This is where the agentic coding really shows up. It can handle long, multi-step tasks, it can plan and execute, and it saves you hours of internal tools grind. All right, let's talk about what Gemini 3 just replaced, because this is already gone from your job. Here's the fast wins, wireframes to mid-fidelity mockups in minutes, UI scaffolding for dashboards, CRMs, and internal tools, responsiveness and boilerplate accessibility, basic animations and interactions. All of that is automated now. For web designers and developers, this is your new super tool. It's like Figma and a code assistant had a baby. It kills blank canvas fear, it kills repetitive layout work, and it makes junior level production tasks obsolete. If you're still doing those tasks manually, you're wasting time. Now let's talk about where designers are still safe, because I don't want to scare you, I want to prepare you. Here's where AI can't touch you yet. Brand systems, unique visuals, motion language, design language evolution, deep UX work, messy stakeholder input, complex funnels, multi-step onboarding, user interviews, strategy, pricing, positioning, content hierarchy, conversion experiments, all of that still needs a human. So here's the shift. You stop being a pixel mover and you become the AI art director. You become the product strategist. You give the AI the brief, you review the output, you make the decisions, and you move faster than ever before. So what do you actually do now? Here's how to adapt. If you're a web designer, learn to write product spec prompts. Stop thinking in colors and components. Start thinking in user flows and business goals. Practice turning client briefs into structured prompts. Then let Gemini 3 iterate on the design, move into UX product strategy, CRO, and brand storytelling. If you're a dev or an indie hacker, use Gemini 3 as your default scaffolding engine. Let it build your SaaS dashboards and CRUD apps. Then you focus on business logic, performance, security, and integrations. That's where you add the real value. The AI handles the boring stuff. You handle the smart stuff. All right, before we wrap up, one more thing. If you want to learn how to use AI to build faster, automate smarter, and stay ahead of the curve, join AI Profit Boardroom. Julian and the team are showing you exactly how to use tools like Gemini 3 to save time and scale your business. Whether you're a designer, a developer, or a founder, this is where you learn to work with AI instead of competing against it. Links in the description. Let's go. All right, here's the recap. Gemini 3 just replaced the most boring 40 to 60% of web design and front-end boilerplate. It didn't replace the designers who think like founders. It didn't replace the strategists. It didn't replace the people who understand users and business. It just made them way more powerful. So here's my question for you. What should Gemini 3 build next on this channel? A full SaaS from idea to deployed product, a client site with real branding, or a niche tool that solves a specific problem? Comment below and let me know. Also, tell me your role. Are you a designer, a dev, or a founder? And do you feel threatened or excited about this? I want to hear from you, because in the next video, we're going to push this even further. We're going to let Gemini 3 design and ship a micro SaaS from idea to deployed product in 24 hours. No human coding, just prompts and execution. That video drops next week. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.